All right, we are a go.
Alrighty. So, welcome back to session number two. So, for a quick summary, so in the last session, Mithran decided to sit out and rest in the inn, or I guess in their case, rest in a tree since they are small and light enough. So, the party without Mithran went to a branch of the Arcane Brotherhood in Taros, and there they were informed that while the lowest levels of the library are accessible to the public, the higher level requires membership. They then met Cesar, who gave them a task to retrieve some book from some thieves. They were tipped off by the by the members that they saw somebody dive back into the slums, and that's where the group went, where they met the local leader of the slums, Leon. Leon informed the group that there is a curse of madness that has been affecting the slums basically ever since he was a child, and he's not sure exactly what's going on. He does, however, give the book back to the party, and he does let them know that the head of a church is an interesting person to talk to. So finally, after doing all that, the party decided that you guys would talk to the head of the church tomorrow. But for now, since it is getting late, uh, you guys retire to an inn, and accurate at the very end, you were deciding to peruse the book.
Um, yeah. Give me one sec. What the book is? Elementary Magic, right?
Yep.
Okay. So wait, where are we? Are we in the inn?
You guys are currently in the inn.
Okay.
Yep.
I would. First, I'm just gonna take a look at like the outside. See if there's anything like funky about it. Just, I'm not really looking for anything. Just trying to see if it's like, if there's anything other than elementary magic that might be hidden in this book. I guess. Like, what makes this book so special? Or is it just a
From
book?
the outs from the outside, you can't really tell.
Okay.
It looks to be just a very ordinary book.
Okay. I'm just gonna flip through the pages and see if there's any pages that are missing, or if there's any note that has been inserted, or yeah. Let's first start with those two.
Uh, as you sort of flip through the book, there's nothing that particularly stands out to you. Everything looks, as it should be in an elementary magic book. It goes over the basics of spells, how to cast them, components needed for certain spells. Very rudimentary stuff.
Okay, so there's no like dog-eared pages or like nothing that would suggest that someone has been through the book and like made a special note.
I mean, there's some pages that look like they've been maybe flipped through,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no bookmark, there's no, folded pages, nothing's missing, nothing's ripped.
Okay, and I remember we talked to him, right, Leon, and then he was just like he was bored, so he stole it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I turned to the rest of the group, which I assume are also in the same room. Um, well, it doesn't seem like he did anything to this book, so I'll take him for his. I'll take him at face value, and I guess he stole this book because he was bored. I still don't really trust him though, and I kind of throw the book on the table for them to peruse if they want. And what time is it? About?
It'll be like 8:30 p.m. It's getting pretty late.
Have we eaten dinner?
Not yet.
I'm gonna go down and get dinner.
Alrighty. As you approach, as you go down to the lower part of the inn, you get yourself a table and they serve you a meal. The meal comes with your room and board that you paid earlier,
Oh
so
shit! All inclusive?
all inclusive.
Nice. What do I get served?
You get served a hearty stew with a loaf of bread and a tankard of ale.
Damn. All right, I wolf it all down.
So what are the rest of you guys doing? As of right now, you three are still sort of up in your guys' room. The book's on the table. Akron's downstairs eating.
This is the same inn that we were in the first night, right? We're no longer in the slums.
Yeah, you guys are still. It's that first inn.
Martin's gonna open the book and attempt to read just the random page that he opens it.
Right.
All right,
What
Martin.
language is the book in?
It's written in the common tongue.
I think Martin speaks common. He should be able to read.
Yep. You guys all are able to speak, read, understand common. That is the.
Oh my god, a little bit.
Yeah. Oh wait, are you not
Yeah.
able to? Oh, you can. Okay. Okay. So Martin, as you kind of go through the book, nothing really goes up at you. You read, how to cast a spell. You read about components, and that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this book is not for me. Martin's gonna. He's also gonna get food.
Yeah, go.
I'll probably join Martin and Acrid downstairs. Get food.
What time is it again?
Like eight. At this point, it's like 8:30. It's almost 9 o'clock once you guys end up going down and getting your food.
Okay, forget food. Martin's just gonna get alcohol then. So he's just gonna drink the night away since we finished our task. We deserve a reward.
Alrighty. Martin, you sort of shoo away the food and said, in return, just give me alcohol. I don't
Yes.
need the food.
By the time everyone joins, I'm like done with the food. I'm just sipping my ale. I'm also looking around. Where is this inn? I forgot. Sorry. Is this in the trading area?
No, the inn is actually in the residential districts.
Oh, it's far. And what are the other patrons like? Are they well off, or like what sort of inn are we talking about? Are we talking about like a Motel 6 or like a Holiday Inn or like what?
As you sort of look around, everybody there looks to be decently well dressed. There's nobody's dressed to the point of nobody looks particularly wealthy.
Right.
But you can tell that they're definitely not poor. This is
Okay.
definitely not a place that somebody from the slums might be able to come to.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna flag down the bartender or the tavern keep or whoever, a worker, anyone.
Yeah.
Tell me, do you go to the slums often, or do you hear news from the slums often?
Before we do that, actually, Mithran, what are you gonna be doing? Are you gonna stay upstairs? Are you gonna join everybody?
I think Mithrin, after perusing the book, realized, oh yeah, I remember this. My master said I have no aptitude for magic, and then went back downstairs to join everyone else.
What the fuck? That's so sad.
Uh,
What a bitch.
Mithran, make a perception roll.
Oh fuck.
Oh, what? Okay. Shoot, how do I roll again on here?
You just click the word, like perception or whatever.
I'll have to pull out my.
Mithran's a he, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So Mithran, you notice that some of the writing in the book does look a little bit different. With your knowledge of how thieves are able to or disguise their words in code, you feel like there's a certain deeper meaning to some of these words, some of these books, some parts of the book. So
Text is-
you're
Right.
you're able to decipher a little bit, and all it just says is the head cannot be trusted.
And
How do what? Look. Yeah. Mithrin will probably come rushing down the stairs and then try and resist the urge to blurt this out loud to like everyone in the room. Try to. Okay. Yeah. Who looks the smartest in group? I forgot them.
We're all dumb as
Dude,
shit.
we're all dumb.
Well, technically, my
We're all dumb as shit.
intelligence is 5. Yeah.
It might be Scrap, might be the smartest.
It might be
because,
me, yeah.
It is not Martin for sure.
No, that's not me for either.
Yeah, it's not me for sure.
I'm like hood smart.
My
Martin's just
default-
dumb.
I mean, I got 18 in intelligence.
Oh shit.
Oh
Oh.
shit.
Oh, that is, dude, that's
Oh,
literally
wow.
like double what I have. I have 9. Okay. Martin has a learning disability or something.
Okay, I have 8.
Holy shit, you guys are so dumb.
An 8 intelligence? Wait, what is
Jesus.
my intelligence?
Martin is dyslexic.
Oh, 15.
Oh my god.
Wait, what class is Scrap?
Artificer.
Oh,
Artificer.
okay.
Martin's
But since Scrap doesn't look like an adult, well,
Martin's a fighter, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
And then we got a rogue. Okay.
You're druid?
I'm a druid, yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
So
I'm gonna flag down the whoever looks kind of like senior, and then ask them that question.
Yeah. So at this point, the 4 of you are kind of downstairs. Mithrin came rushing down and just sort of sat next to y'all. So you managed to flag down one of the workers, and upon hearing your question, she looks a little bit surprised and says, "You know, I don't go to the slums very often. There's no real reason for me to. I go to the church there occasionally,
Yep.
but other than that, don't really go into the actual slums itself."
What's the predominant religion here? Who does everyone worship?
She looks around and says, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Everybody worships a variety. The church just kind of accepts everybody. It's not. She kind of leans in and whispers to you, and she says, "It's not really a church for any one person. It's more of a hall to kind of sit in and
I see.
reflect."
I see. Have you seen anyone that have acted strangely while at church? Maybe around church?
She puts her hands on her hips and kind of like thinks to herself for a second, and says, "You know, now that you mention it, there are sometimes I do notice that there are some crazy people that are outside the church, and then the priests take them in, and then afterwards they come out and they are not crazy anymore."
Interesting. Well, thanks for your information.
Before
Yeah.
she heads out, I'm gonna just ask her one last question. I'm gonna ask her, have you ever met the head of the church?
She says, "Well, you know, I never talked to him personally, but he's usually around. He
Like, do you know like a name or what he's like?
I've never I've never really talked to him, so I don't really keep track of his name, but he seems to be very friendly. I've always seen him smiling, waving at the kids, playing with them when he's bored. So
Mm,
he
Okay.
seems like a good guy."
Thanks.
Yeah, anytime. All right. So you guys are kind of just sitting there now. You guys are sort of sipping on your ale, on your drinks. There's food where there's food. And what are y'all gonna do now?
Maybe it's time for sleep.
Jeez, it's only
Okay.
9.
Listen, Martin's pretty fucking like smashed at this point. All right.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
He skipped dinner and went straight for alcohol.
That's true.
He also got beaten up pretty bad, I think, if I remember.
nice. Too.
Yeah.
So-
Actually, well, you know what? Martin's just passed out at the table. He's just like head down. You know, he's drunk already.
Oh,
Is
God.
Martin a lightweight?
Martin's been drinking for like an hour and a half. It's like 10. It's like
Oh.
11 o'clock at this. It's like
Also,
10:30 at this
we
point.
had drinks at the roofless bar. I remember.
He just
Yeah,
skipped.
but wasn't their ale like super weak?
Oh yeah.
Their ale was extremely weak. Basically nothing.
Okay. Well,
Natty light.
how about we? I kind of turn to the rest of the group and say, well, it seems like our only lead is the church so far. So I think we just get some rest, and tomorrow at first light we'll go to the church and see what's
Makes
up.
sense.
All right.
Before bed though, can I flip through the book one more time just to see if there's any other like writing/handwriting similar to what Mithrin found?
So,
Wait, has Mithrin told us about this?
Oh yeah, has Mithrin told us?
I was leading up to it, but then you guys started talking to the ladies who was waiting for an opportunity, Red.
What a play.
And I guess we'll share it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll assume that Mithrin has told you guys
Okay.
all of that information before.
Well, in that case, we have two leads.
Yeah, but you kind of look through the book and there's not really you like I guess you notice the like when Mithrin points out the parts, you notice they do look a little bit different, but you're not familiar with the language, so you can't really tell, and it's hidden very, very well.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it says the head cannot be trusted.
Oh my gosh, you guys just literally taking my words for it.
I trust our owl
Could be
friend.
lying to you all.
Insight. No, just kidding. Can I look at like the words, and then even though I can't read it, can I tell if it was written recently? Like, is the ink fresh? Like, is there like a mirror image of the word like on the opposing page when it was like smudged when the book was closed, for example?
What the hell roll do I give for
I don't know, perception, investigation. I don't know.
Nah, it's fine. The words look like they've been written. It definitely wasn't recent.
It
Like,
wasn't. Fuck.
It wasn't as recent as you might think it is, because there's no smudge on the opposite page. There's nothing.
Right.
Or if it was recent, they must have waited a long time for it to dry before, you know.
Do we know when the book was stolen? I don't think we asked.
Oh, let me see.
How did we get the book again?
So the supervisor of the Arcane Brotherhood, in exchange for going up to the upper levels of the library where there's more information, they tasked us to get this book.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fresh Chris. Cool.
I assume it was like stolen relatively recently though, if they still remember the description of the person that stole it.
I suppose, yeah. Yeah, I didn't. We didn't ask. Okay. The head cannot be trusted. Would I know, or no? Actually, I'm gonna ask Martin here if he's still awake. Is Martin awake?
You can probably shake him awake. He's
Okay.
just like snoring.
Hey. Do you know
Ugh.
if anyone is addressed as the head in this city? You're from here, right?
What's up? Yeah.
Do you know if anyone is addressed the head as the head in the city?
Martin, make a Constitution check real fast.
Oh fuck.
Hey, I forgot how to do. Oh wait, got it.
I believe in Martin.
Martin, as you open your mouth to answer, you
Big.
just throw up.
Fucking hell.
You just throw up from how much you drank, and you just go back to sleep.
Wait. They want to vomit on anyone. Like, where's the radius? Splash damage.
It's you throw it back into your ale mug basically. You have
I was gonna be like, what do we roll to dodge that?
Dexterity saving throw.
You are you have drunk enough to know how to contain how much you throw up. So
Boom, I dodged it.
Well, you have dodged, I guess. You dodged a little splatter that goes your way.
I'm gonna just curse under my breath and just like immediately just drop him. And
Practice being unconscious again.
I'm just gonna turn to the rest of the people and say, "Well, see you all tomorrow." And I just go up.
Down.
Do we leave Martin here, or I can't lift
I
him?
mean, I don't know if the two of us can lift him. I'm gonna try and tug him like a little bit, but I don't think it's happening.
How strong are you?
Oh, incredibly weak.
Holy shit!
Oh, wait. Which one of us actually has strength?
Is it Martin?
I think it's Martin.
I think Martin's the
Martin is the
weakest.
strongest person by far here.
Oh yeah.
The way I'm
This
imagining
strength is
him,
at like 8 - 1.
yeah, the way I'm imagining him is just like a jock, like a friendly jock, but
I'm
kind
gonna
of
just gonna kind of lean him out of his like little bench thing, and then like put him on his side so he doesn't suffocate on his own.
recovery position.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of like fold his
Let
his
me throw
jacket
some-
under his
He
head.
just choke on his own vomit.
We don't want him to
Should
die.
we take away his wallet of belongings so he doesn't get robbed?
So, and we can take his back upstairs.
Okay.
Just him with his jacket under his head, lying in fetal position on the ground.
Yeah, so you guys set Martin up, and the bartender, or I guess the tavern head, kind of looks at you and is like, "We'll make sure he doesn't die."
Great, thank you. All right, I assume this is a long rest, right?
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay, let me
Yep.
reconfigure my spells. So we're gonna go to the church.
Ooh, how do you do
I
that?
love not having spells. I don't need to reconfigure
Go ahead and
shit.
do that.
How do you do a long?
Do artificers?
Oh, I found it.
I don't know. I mean, I think I can change my infusions, but I don't know if I need to yet.
Prepare.
Is
You
that-
prepare. Blah 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 blah.
That's a short rest. Is it a little?
Oh, you
thing?
can change your list of repair spells when you finish a long rest as an artificer. So if you go to spells, the spells tab on your character sheet, you see like
yes, the little
yeah,
one.
after each spell, at the very end there's like a cogwheel looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how you prepare and unprepare. So prepare is dark, unprepared is grayed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably leave mine for now. On that note, can I just set up alarm around our room before I go to sleep?
Yeah. Go for
I
it.
have it. Cool.
How many spells do I have? Wisdom modifier plus Druid level.
Whoa.
What's my wisdom modifier? I can't
Yeah.
believe they don't
Well-
have like an actual thing that tells you how many spells you can prepare. I feel like that's such an easy thing to put in.
Accidentally abuse.
Prepare 6. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, give me a
Wonder
second.
how
I need
many I
one
can
more.
prepare. Is that 5? That seems oddly high.
Okay.
How can you tell with how many?
It's different for everyone. I think artificer is halved because you're like a half
Oh,
caster.
that's what I thought, which is why I'm like, why do I have 5 prepared?
You have intelligence plus half your level rounded down. So it should be, I'm guessing 3.
Intelligence.
Intelligence modifiers
Oh.
3, artificers 3, and then that should be rounded down. Oh, half your artificer. Sorry, so it's 3 plus
My like
3 plus 1.5, 4.5, rounded down, which is 4. So you should have 4.
okay. Then why do I have 5?
Yeah, it doesn't keep track for you. All right, I'm gonna long rest. Rest. Okay, very good.
Alright. Has everybody taken their long rest?
Oh, it's intelligence modifier. Okay, so it is 5. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, don't take this as like, cause the scaling is kind of off on this one because this is the
Holy
the
shit!
town map.
We have an alarm across the entire half of the map.
Well,
Yeah.
they made me put it down somewhere, and I was like, well,
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Okay.
How long does the alarm last for?
8 hours, I think.
So what? Rest. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should
so,
be a long rest. Yeah.
okay. So, after the long rest, the alarm is gone. Nothing happens through the night. You guys awake peacefully. Martin, you awake a little bit more groggily than the rest, but
Wait, is Martin
You are-
still at downstairs?
yep.
He is. Okay, cool.
You can't
Martin.
lift him.
Martin was not able to make it up the stairs last night.
Okay.
He just passed out there. He wakes up, he pats his pockets, realizes that all his possessions are gone, and he starts panicking. And because he thinks he's been robbed in the middle of the night.
So you three come down to a panicking Martin, and Martin sort of rushes to you guys.
Guys, I think I was robbed while I was sleeping.
Yeah, what makes
Someone
you think
like threw
that?
me on the ground. Someone threw me on the ground. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and you know, they stripped off my jacket and they took all my shit.
I'm just enjoying a coffee while he's just.
I'm just gonna like walk up like behind Martin, just like a little too quiet by accident, put my hand on his shoulder, and then try to hand him his bag of stuff.
Scrap! Why did you rob me in the middle of the night? you betrayed me.
I'm just gonna slink away to a corner on the bar and just ignore Martin.
I guess I'm gonna try to explain to myself to Martin. Be like, well, you're super drunk, grew up in your own pub, and we're too weak to move you, so we didn't want you to get robbed. So we
Yeah.
temporarily robbed you first.
So you did rob me.
We were
Someone
watching your stuff.
might say that.
Okay, well you've returned it at least. All my money, all my important things was in here. My money and you're forgiven for robbing me, even temporarily.
Somewhere in the corner,
we
like
return all the money?
from my area, there's an audible groan.
Friends allow friends to rob each other. Scrap, I've known you since you were just a wee lad, so it's okay.
Thanks.
I'm actually gonna saunter over and then ask Martin if the same question I asked yesterday. So, do you know anyone that goes by the title of a head, like head of the church or head of the city or head of the Arcane Brotherhood? Are they called that by any chance?
Does Martin know anything?
Martin, with your knowledge from living in the city, you know that basically every large guild, every large area has a head of some sort, but you aren't sure if this is like a specific head or if this is like very specific, or like if it's like a generic kind of be wary of every head.
Gotcha.
So usually just guilds in general.
Yeah, I think all the guilds have a head.
Okay.
Yeah, guilds, you know, like important places. So like the church, obviously, you know, it's an important place. But
do
the
they-
head of, you know,
But my question is like, do they address them as the head? You know,
No.
nobody is ever addressed as the head.
What was the exact wording of the message again?
The head cannot be
Beware of
trusted.
the head.
The
Oh.
head cannot be trusted. I feel like either this refers to the Arcane Brotherhood head, because that's where we.
Yeah, I feel like just somewhere in me feels that too.
Or maybe it's telling us not to use our brains and to trust our hearts. You know, the head is gonna tap his forehead, cannot be trusted, right? Could be one of those
I think it's the
riddles.
first one.
Ricky.
How
Or it could
do-
be anti-authority propaganda.
True. You can never rule out anti-authority propaganda.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab breakfast. Always important to start the day off correctly.
Yeah, I mean, you are served breakfast.
Great. And yeah, we should figure out what we're going to do. So we're going to go to the church, and how do we want to approach this?
So
Is
is the
Martin
only way
familiar with
to
this?
enter? Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, is the only way to enter the church through the slums, or like, because I know we said this church was at the edge.
Well, judging
Is it like a-
by what I asked the tavern keep yesterday, she seems to not really go into the slums that often. So I assume it's on the edge enough that you can get to the church without entering the slums, but you're still able to see like the environs.
slum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would assume there's either two entrances or like the entrance is close enough to the non-slum part.
Gotcha.
It's just an assumption though.
Sorry, Martin, what were you say?
I was gonna say, is Martin familiar with this church?
Martin, you have visited the church before. It's not. It's exactly as what's her face, the waitress kind of explained earlier, where it's not. It's more like a meditation hall more than anything else.
Okay.
It's
Well,
just open to the public.
well, yesterday, Scrap and I here were invited by the clergyman who came to the Ruthless Bar to break up the fight to kind of go to them. So we could enter under that pretense.
That seems simple and straightforward. I like that idea.
Yes.
Are you allowed to bring guests, or just you two?
I
I would assume they, yeah.
It's a
'cause, like,
non-denominational church. I feel like, yeah, it's fine.
And they seem to put off the energy of theirs trying to invite anyone and everyone, so I don't see why we couldn't bring a few other folk.
It's just if this is a trap, we would be walking right into it. So I don't know if one of us or the people who weren't necessarily invited would have more mobility in scouting out or seeing what's going on in hidden areas, basically.
Yeah, we could try to sneak in, or at least, I don't know if you guys want to go in, a way to get us a message. If you get in trouble, we can come in and try to bail you out.
That might not be a bad idea. How climbable does the church look?
We haven't seen it yet, I think.
It's a V2 it's a V2 in our gym.
Oh, that's climbable. Okay, let's go scope it out. We'll send you two in at the very least, and we'll see if we can find a place to put Martin and Mithrin.
Okay.
We can be backup.
So we'll head to the church, I think. Unless if anyone else has any prep that they want to do. Okay. So
Keep in mind that you guys still do have the book. So
yeah, we'll bring the book along. Just in our packs. Do I have it? I do have it. It is in my inventory. Yeah. I'll just keep it in my inventory. Okay, so we're gonna right before Scrap and I enter the church, I'm going to tell everyone to kind of gather around, and I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace. Oh my god, how do I get rid of this? Okay. So, Pass Without a Trace is for 1 hour. You have a +10 check to dexterity, stealth checks.
Ooh.
And anyone that wants to track you through like magical means, so like locate person, cannot do so. So I specifically make sure that Martin and Mithrin are caught within this field. But it has to be 30 feet within me.
Oh. That's not that.
For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet. Oh, no. I think you can leave within 30 feet. You just have to be within 30 feet when I first cast it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for an hour, you are stealthy as fuck.
Yay.
Yay.
Before I enter the church, like, is the door open? Like, what's going on outside the church?
The door's not open, but the church is very peaceful.
Nothing going on, like, outside or whatever?
Nope.
Is there anyone in there?
I mean, you can't really tell. The lights are on, so that's something. But other than that, there's not really anything that really gives away if there's something there or not.
I see. What does the inside of this church look like? Is it just like a straight shot? Is there like always to the like side?
So are you guys in or are you guys outside right now?
We are out, or I'm out.
Oh, okay, we're not in yet.
I was just like scoping like if there's like
a
a lot of people going in the church, or like is there a service going on current like at this moment, etc.
No, it looks pretty empty right now from what you can tell.
Okay.
Nothing particularly amazing going on right now.
Well, I turn to Scrap and say, shall we?
Sure, why not?
All right. And then I turn to Martin and Mithrin and say, I don't know what you guys want to do, but don't get caught if it's illegal. And
don't get caught. It's illegal.
I actually have no idea what the other two are gonna do. I had no
Wait,
plan.
remind me again. So are the church doors just like fully open? Like, can you look inside?
Yep. Sorry, no. The church doors are not fully open. There's a single door, so a single point of entry. And as of right now, it is closed. But it does have like a... like how there's like a hole and then there's like bars in between kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
It has that. So you can tell that there's light coming in from the there's definitely light inside.
Okay. Are there any like windows on the sides of the church or anything?
There are some windows, yes.
'Cause then maybe Mithrin and Martin can like walk around the edges and try to peek in. See what they find.
Wait. Are there like how many story is this church building? Can Mithrin just fly up and just take a higher ground?
So there, it looks like it's just one story, or at least one story that you can see. There are some like there's like a tower towards the back, but as you look up, you notice that it's just a bell tower. So there's like a massive bell on top, and that's about it.
Nothing cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna walk up and knock. Knock.
Yeah.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
So let us.
Yeah. So you knock on the door, and one of the priests, or you assume he's a priest based off the garb that he's wearing, he opens the door and he asks, Are you guys here to meditate? Are you guys here to pray? What's your business here?
We saw an altercation at the Roofless Bar yesterday, and my friend here and I were asked to come here.
He looks at you guys for a second. He's a little bit suspicious about what you're saying, but he says, come on inside. We'll discuss more inside the church."
Okay. We enter the church.
Yeah, so now you two are in the church, and there was supposed to be a map, but I did not make it. So use
That's okay.
use the imagination for now. We will have a
Theater of
it'll be there later. We'll have it
Our
next time.
nation.
Immersion.
Dude, the immersion is your imagination.
Hmm.
The most immersive
You know what would
ever
be funny if we just never came to church again, where you actually get the map.
You piece of shit. Anyway, as you guys enter the church, Akred and Scrap, you feel a sense of peace come over you. The church is clean. It's pretty well lit. Yeah, there's plenty of windows kind of looking in, so the sunlight is illuminating everything, and it just looks like a very normal church. There is no statue. There's no obvious deity that they look like that they worship, but that's all you can see. You do see that there are some doors to the side, but other than that, not really much past that.
Is the sense of peace like magic based, or is it just like, oh, this is like a place of like calm vibes?
Give me an Arcana roll. As far as you can tell, it's just calm vibes. It's not. Doesn't seem like there's any magicry going on here.
Okay.
How big
Worded very suspiciously.
How big is this church?
It's well, at least from the parts that you can see, it looks to be pretty. It is on the larger side without being like too large. You can think of it as trying to think how to explain it.
I was hoping for like numerical dimensions.
I know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to convert it like how big it would be. Hold up.
D&D terms, 30 feet by 60 feet.
Oh, okay. Okay, you want feet. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay. So it looks to be about like 100 feet, like 150 feet long, and about 60 feet wide, 60 to 70 feet wide.
Okay.
Trying to
150,
convert that into sizes in my brain.
Yeah.
Like gym auditorium size?
Uh,
Bigger?
how big is a gym auditorium?
How big is a basketball
It's just
court?
like the
How big is a football field?
Hold up.
That one I know. That's like 300 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nowhere near that.
Football field.
An NBA court is 95 feet long by 50 feet wide. So it's like 1.5 times the basketball court.
Fucking Americans will use anything other than the metric system.
We didn't even talk about meters. We started with feet.
You want me to give it to you in meters instead?
No, D&D is all feet.
Yes, actually, I do want to know it in meters.
Well, too bad. We're in America.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Is it just like a empty like rectangle, or are there like rooms off to the side? Can we see like windows pointing outwards?
So it's not an empty rectangle. There's like chairs for you to kind of sit down in, and just sort of meditate, pray, whatever you need to do. There are doors on the side that you can see, and you guys notice this from the outside as well, right? It does look like there's like little ante rooms on the side that are sticking out from the church, but That's all you can tell from the inside.
Is there a second floor? Or,
There's
like,
no second floor.
stairs. No. Okay.
There's no visible stairs to the second floor.
Is there like a what is it? Pulpit
Pulpit.
in the
A
front?
what?
Pulpit.
The hell is that?
Pulpit.
Like where the preacher preaches from.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean a podium? Yes, there is.
Sure. I'm
They
also
chairs or are they pews, Soham?
There's a podium.
I'm also looking for like a hatch in the ground that would probably suggest like a cellar or a basement.
There is no hatch that you can see in this main area.
Okay, so it doesn't look like there's like an office.
When we walk, does it sound like it's hollow under our feet? Like, does it feel like there might be a level underground?
Go ahead and roll, give me a perception roll. Actually, would this be perception? Yeah, give me a perception roll.
Oh shit.
I do.
It's pretty good.
From the main area that you guys are walking in, you do not hear any hollowness.
Okay.
Okay. So while you guys are being brought in, Mithrin and Martin, what are you guys doing?
I guess Martin's gonna scope out the building. Are there any like suspicious back doors, windows we can break in through? Can Martin climb onto the roof maybe?
So there are plenty of windows for you to break in through. They're all outward facing. So if you wanted to, you could toss a rock in and break in. There's nothing that really looks suspicious to your eye. Everything, it looks like a church. In terms of the roof being climbable, you have a feeling that you can, but you won't know until you try.
But is there anything
Are you
like
gonna climb
interesting on the roof?
Roof?
Was there anything interesting looking on the roof?
Other than from where you guys are on the ground, the only interesting thing looks to be the bell.
Martin is going for the bell then.
Oh, there's like
Mithrin, what are you going to be doing?
there's like a bell tower.
Okay.
There's a bell tower on the back,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Going for the bell.
Mithrin, what are you doing? Sorry, I missed it.
I guess Mrs. gonna watch Martin attempt to climb and then use something to just fly up there because why climb when it can fly?
Yeah, Martin, you using all your years of experience, you managed to scramble up the side of the church, and you were huffing and puffing, and you were just gasping for breath when Mithrin just kind of pops up beside you.
All right. What does it look like up here on the roof with the bell? Anything interesting?
Is there anything like any inscription on the bell or anything?
You guys take a look around the bell, and there's nothing written on the outside. You do notice there are some stairs that lead down back into sort of like the church ground floor area.
Guess we're going down there.
How long are we supposed to wait for Scrap and alright?
Akared, sorry. Yeah, Akared.
Akared. Did we how long were we supposed to wait for them? When do we know if we need to go rescue them? Over.
I told them to send a signal. I guess we never decided on what that signal was. But,
Shit.
but you know what? I trust them. They've got Scrap. Scrap's got the brains, so we'll know the signal when we see it.
Meanwhile, we're being sacrificed already.
we'll know the signal when we see it. All right. At the very least, we'll probably hear screaming and whatever.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so are you guys gonna chill on top of the bell tower, or are you guys gonna head down?
Martin's
Head
heading
down
down.
the stairs.
Alrighty, so you guys sort of head down the stairs, and there's just like a door in front of you. The stairs are also pretty well lit, by the way. It's not dark going down, So there's like torches everywhere, so you can very easily see that it's pretty well maintained. So, and there's just a door at the end.
Does the door look? Is there any like markings on the door?
It is a wooden door.
Is there any locks noticeable?
There are no locks. There's simply a handle.
Martin is going to attempt to sneakily just open the door.
Okay.
Mr. wants to use the opportunity to press his ear against the door to see if there's anything on the other side.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So Mithrin, you listen, and from your ears you can hear what sounds to be like Akrid and Scrap talking to a priest.
Oh, like, is there? Can I discern like how close they are from like?
So as you keep listening, they sound like they're getting closer.
Oh.
They're definitely pretty far out still. The church is pretty long, but you can tell that they're sort of walking towards what you assume is like the center or like the front of the church, basically.
Oh, okay. I relay this to Martin, and then let Martin decide if Martin wants to open the door.
What do you think? Should we not open the door then?
I don't know. They're talking with someone, aren't they? Because they're
Okay,
trying to sneak.
what if we just lie and wait here and we listen, and if we hear anything that sounds like them being sacrificed, the door.
Okay, sounds like a good idea.
I appreciate the backup.
Let people say I'm stupid. I have all the best ideas.
This is a lot better than my spider catapult plan that I had.
I'm gonna use
What?
more on that later.
That is a very long story. Anyway, so you two are lying in wait at like the base of the bell tower behind a door. Akrid, Scrap, you guys. So the priest is kind of guiding you towards the center, and he's telling you guys like, give me 1 second. Let me grab the brother that was there during that moment, and he will come and talk to you.
Sure.
And he
appreciate
kind
it.
Like, by the way, what was your name?
He's like, I do not have a name yet. Our name is given to us by our Holy Father, the head of the church, and I have not been here long enough to be blessed with a name yet.
That sounds like a cult.
Okay.
Oh,
Just gonna whisper.
yeah, Mithrin, you hear this, by the way. So you hear what's going on.
I'm just gonna whisper to Alan. That sounds a little culty, doesn't it?
I'm just gonna hiss at Scrap and say, "Shh, we don't wanna piss them off so far." But yes, it does.
The
I think
priest,
he's like leaving so he doesn't hear us.
yeah. So the priest, whether he heard you or not, he chooses to ignore you, or maybe he didn't hear you guys. He kind of scurries off to the side, and you guys are sort of left alone in there for a second. But you quickly hear like a flurry of footsteps from one of the doors. The door that the nameless priest entered through, and the door flings open, and you recognize the priest from the roofless bar. And he says, "My friends, I am glad that you have chosen to come and talk with me here today."
And we are glad to meet you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let me go ahead and introduce myself. He introduced himself as Mist. So,
M-I-S-T?
here. MYST.
I knew it.
What do you mean, you knew it? Yep. He said, "Okay, so let me sort of debrief you guys on kind of what's going on. Come, come." And then he sort of walks up to the podium and motions for you two to kind of sit down and, I guess, listen to him. So Mithrin, you hear them approaching, and now they sound like they're basically right outside the door.
Mm.
So everything So everything that he's saying is very, very clear to you guys. Like all four of you, like the three of you and Martin Mithrin is kind of like relaying that. I'm assuming Mithrin's relaying the information to you.
Yes.
But so the four of you are hearing the same thing as of this moment. So Mist, he decides to he's talking to you two in front of them, and he says, "For a long time, the people of the slums here have been affected by madness. We're trying to save them. We're trying to help them, and it's hard. We're not entirely sure where the madness is coming from, but we assume that there's something going on in the wastelands right outside of Taros that's starting to seep in and affecting the slums. We're doing our best to cure everybody and hold back this curse, but we don't know how long we can hold it back until it consumes the entire city."
So do you feel that the slums have expanded then? I would assume. Wherever this madness goes, I assume the rich people would leave, and then that would leave the poor people, so the slums would just keep growing in size.
We have managed with the help of our Holy Father, we have managed to stop the madness from spreading too much. He is very good at sort of identifying where the magic is starting to go, and he does his best to kind of ward it off.
Well, why didn't your
No, sorry.
Holy
go.
Father start earlier? Because if I remember correctly, the madness kind of magic has been here for a very long time, and the church was only established relatively recently.
That is correct, because this is the neutral city after all, right? The king did not want a religious presence in a city where people are meant to enter and leave and practice whatever they want freely. That's why there's no deity, there's no statues to any gods around us. This is meant to be a holy place, but it is more of a peaceful gathering area for people to come and pray as they want.
And the Holy Father, is he here? Would we be able to speak with him?
He is here, but unfortunately, as of this moment, you cannot speak with him. If you come back to us tomorrow, he will be free.
I see.
So, is there a reason why we were asked to come here today?
Yes. So I want your guys' help. I I have a feeling that there's something going on, and at this moment he kind of beckons you guys to sort of come up to the podium to listen to him, like directly right next to him. And I assume that you guys go up, or do you guys continue remaining?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll speak up.
we can go up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. He lowers his voice and says, "The Holy Father has done a lot of good, but I've heard rumors, and there's been inklings that there's been people missing from the slums, and I'm not sure where they're going."
And why did you have to mention the Holy Father in this?
I have I am suspicious of his actions. He seems to be a little bit too good at keeping the illusion or keeping the madness from spreading into the city.
Hmm.
If you are catching what I'm trying to imply here.
So you think he might be the source of the madness to begin with?
At this point, Miss Sora is like, "What? I never said anything like that." but then he kind of nods towards you.
Either that, or he's using the people to ward off the madness. I feel like
Mm.
there's two possibilities.
That seems to be possible.
Can I just make a quick check that there's no one close enough to like overhear this conversation?
Yeah, give me a perception roll.
Where's perception?
Because if the madness started before, then I feel like the chances of him being the source would be slightly lower.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, it's not 20. Yeah, there's nobody by you. It is just you three right now, or I guess you five. But to your eyes, there's only the three of you.
Well, where do you suggest we start?
I am not sure. I would say to start looking around in the church, but that'd be very hard to do. And at this point, Mist kind of thinks to himself, and he says, "Are by any chance are you guys members of the Arcane Brotherhood?"
We're on probation.
Okay. If you guys can go join them, we can ask for, we can request you to come and do some work for us. Mages are very versatile after all, so we can have you guys come by and sort of investigate under the pretense of something else.
Undercover work. Okay.
And Mist also kind of, he looks at you guys like, didn't you guys have two more companions as well? Where did they go?
How would you know that?
They're on lunch break.
We no. When you came to us, it was just us two. I'm not sure who the other two you speak of are.
Interesting, because, and at this one he opens the door to reveal Mithrin and Martin. Then who are these two?
Wait, they had a +10 stealth though. What the fuck?
What is this man's perception?
I was like, we just got lost.
Sorry, is this the bathroom? Are you guys like using the bathroom? I can wait outside. No worries.
Mist
We
kind
didn't
of looks.
walk into work.
Mist kind of looks at you two. He's like, I assume you four are together. Hence why I kept saying what I did. But next time, please use the front entrance. Everybody's welcome.
Noted.
Oh,
Good to know.
Good to know. Good to know.
How were we supposed to know where the front and the back was? I mean, the door was open. I thought this was an entrance.
Mist kind of looks at you, Martin, and is like, if you manage to somehow climb through the bell tower next time, that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive. You're a good climber for your age.
No, this is a V2 back at my gym.
Throwing shade now.
Can we tell if Martin took a lot of effort to climb?
How
Martin
is athletic as fuck.
What's your dexterity, Martin? It's decent. You can tell Martin did not have the easiest time. Like, you can tell Mithrin just flew, but Martin did not have a difficult time getting in.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess we can go finally return the book that they asked for.
Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, we'll just continue. I'm talking to Mist. We'll just do some research in how to join the Arcane Brotherhood, and once we have done so, we'll come back and see if there's easier access to other parts of this church to start exploring the intentions of the Holy Father.
Mist agrees and says, I hope to hear from you guys soon.
And I'm gonna leave without another word.
I'm gonna just kind of like nod to Mist and also head out.
I guess we're all just gonna leave.
Yo, these guys are sus as fuck, man. Wait, how? It was a
They don't
plus.
get named.
Hold on, it's a +10, and they can't be tracked by magical means. So unless this guy has like fucking supernatural hearing,
What? Was
Didn't
it
even
wolves
notice
or
that.
something up there?
I don't know.
Whereas we used to attack magic up there. Then again, I can't do that.
Yeah,
Question:
I didn't
Is
use
Miss
to take
human?
magic.
Is Miss human?
Mist looks human.
Okay. Us.
Well, I would assume the head cannot be trusted in this case would refer to the church. I don't like the church, man. The church is so weird.
I mean, I don't love the church, but I especially don't like the Holy Father guy.
Yeah, I think that is the head.
Do you think he's using people from the slums as like sacrifices? Because you don't miss people from the slums generally, because you don't have families usually.
Correct. I would assume he preys on, you know, people that are alone, single, and whether he uses it to perpetuate the, you know, the curse, the madness, whatever, or whether he uses it to ward off the madness. We don't know, but it does seem like he's doing it for his own power.
Was the church here before the madness, or did
No.
it came after?
It
Was
came
it
after.
popular?
It came after the
Came
madness. So the
after.
madness was
I think
here.
the madness, yeah. The implication is the madness has been here around for like almost like centuries or something, and then the church is a recent addition.
Yeah, my thought was like it's been here for like about 1 or 2 generations. The madness.
Mm. But yeah, the madness has been here for a while.
What did Leon say about the church? Slums, blah, blah, Leon. Leon has a positive feeling towards them. Thinks they are a big help. Church started helping out when Leon was young, and Leon's about 30 to 40. So yeah, the church has been here for about 30 years.
Okay.
25,
Because like
30.
my perception of time is probably really off, but my impression was like madness has been around for like more than a century, and the church has been here for like maybe 30 to 50 years.
Yeah, I think that was my thinking as well. Okay, interesting. Well, I think we never talked to the Arcane Brotherhood about this madness, so I think we return the book.
To
Ask him,
Caesar.
yeah, to Caesar. Ask him about the madness. Just ask for general information about the church.
We also need information about these items we're supposed to be collecting to build the wall to keep out the alien.
Yeah, but I think that's only so by getting access to the upper levels of the Brotherhood.
The Arcane Brotherhood's supposed to help us with it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, I think.
And
Yeah.
then also didn't Mist imply that like the madness is coming from outside the arcane wall and is like seeping in?
So I think the arcane wall is something that the king wants to build. Yeah, so it's not. It's not.
Oh, so it hasn't been built yet.
It hasn't been built yet. That's my understanding. And then it's just that this regular wall. I don't know. This regular wall is just like a physical wall. Maybe some magic, but it mainly keeps out the toxicities of the wasteland. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's head back to the Brotherhood.
Martin, do you know anything about the wasteland outside the wall?
Does Martin know the wasteland? He's been out there. Probably should.
Yeah, so since the four of you are from the island, you guys are aware that the barren wastelands is where the is where the battle was fought ages ago, when the invaders took over from when they first invaded Kirschal. The Barren Wastelands was the site of the most brutal fight, and the fighting was so. There was so much stuff flying around. It was so bizarre that still to this day, nothing really grows there. The remnants from the past still affect that area today.
And by invaders, you mean the aliens.
The people who currently live there, who currently live in this island, are descendants of the invaders.
Oh, we're the invaders.
Yeah,
Correct. You guys are the invaders, or descendants of invaders. Yeah.
Yeah, we're colonists.
Oh, we're the
Yeah, we're
braggers.
colonists.
Yeah.
As someone who's lived like in like a dark kingdom with a lot of, arcane shit, I haven't seen this before, right? I know I probably asked this before. But...
You know of the wastelands, but you've never seen them before.
Right. So this like madness thing is nothing that I have ever experienced or seen.
No.
Okay.
It's not really. It's nothing that you can put your finger on.
Cool. Okay.
So, do any of us have any, like, would it be common knowledge about the people who used to live on the island before, like, our ancestors invaded Kirschal?
It's history that has been lost to time, and as most colonizers prefer, they don't like to air their dirty laundry, so even like the education across the different cities don't really put a focus on the invasion.
Gotcha. Okay.
Where are you all gonna go?
Probably towards the Arcane Brotherhood.
Yeah, we got to turn in our book.
Yeah.
Complete our task.
Yeah, so you guys.
I'm gonna be so mad if they say that's not the right book.
So you guys go back to the Arcane Brotherhood, and as you walk in, Caesar kind of comes to you guys and says, "So, do you guys have the book?"
Yes, and I hand it over.
He flips through it real fast, and then he takes a look at it. He gives it a slight sniff, slight lick, and says, "Yep." He says, "Yep.
Oh. Yeah.
This is the book.
That's
Thank you
great.
guys for finding it."
Do you also have
And-
hand sanitizer by any chance?
Looks at you guys and asks, "What the hell's hand sanitizer?"
Okay, turn the book. Caesar
And-
weirdo.
I'm just gonna very hesitantly ask Cesar, you taste books often?
He says, "How else do you know if they're authentic or not?"
Touche.
Oh, how do the authentic ones taste compared to the non-authentic ones?
So there's a light that appears in Caesar's eyes, and he grabs you and says,
Oh.
"Oh, we have much to talk about. Come."
Oh, God.
And
Oh,
he
no.
drags you into the back.
Wait. Before, yeah, you can take him. I don't care, but are we allowed access to the second floor?
Oh yeah, sure.
Great.
Looking at their companions like, please save me.
Right, you have fun, Scrap. Or we're gonna go explore
I
the library.
scrap.
I scrap.
Betrayal.
So Scrap, you get dragged by Caesar into the back.
8 hours
And-
later.
I was gonna say he keeps you there for what seems like forever, but in reality it's only been like 20 minutes.
Okay.
But when you come out, you are dead in the eye. But Caesar is just so excited to keep talking with you, and he pats your back and says, "If you ever need to sample, or if you ever want to, want more, you know where to find me."
Gonna dead-eyed walk back to my companions. Did I at least learn something?
You have learned nothing. You have learned that Caesar might have a screw loose in his head.
So this
We already knew this.
this allows us entry into the second level, right? Is it just the second level, or is it like more?
So, I'm assuming you get to talk to the receptionist about this, but
Yeah, I assume
they,
we got like badges or whatever.
yeah. So Cesar tossed everybody a badge, and uh, the receptionists basically tell you that depending on the level of enchantment on the badge, you can go higher.
Oh, I see.
But as of right now, Cesar has only allowed you access to the second floor.
I see. Okay.
Is this the same receptionist as the ones that we met last time, or is these a new
These are
duo?
different. These are different receptionists.
Cool.
Oops.
What the hell?
Sorry.
I'm so tempted to ask the receptionist what they think about Cesar.
You can.
Sure, why not? I'm just still dead-eyed, just being like, so Cesar, huh?
They look at you and they notice your eyes are like, so, you had his class too?
Class.
You could
Yeah,
call
his,
it class, I guess.
Tom, I don't know how to unrotate myself.
no, you're rotated.
Fuck.
But, yeah, the two receptionists, they look in, they're like, to be fair, you shouldn't have asked him about him licking the books. He is, yeah, he's something else.
I'm just gonna walk off muttering to myself, isn't that bad for the books?
I hear you. D&D
Oh
Foundry
god, does that mean
rotate.
there are books out there that are just like, there's like a little corner with like a lick stain forever?
Oh.
Correct.
Um,
Okay, well, Oh wait, we forgot to ask Cesar about that.
About the book licking?
No, the madness.
madness.
Well, Akron's always one
I'm
for
not.
looking at books first, so I'm just
I guess.
I'm gonna turn to the group and say, well, I'm gonna first look for information. I never really like asking people things because, the less information people know, the better. So I think we return to the church tomorrow, anyways, because that's when the Holy Father's gonna be there. So.
Well, I guess since I'm already in conversation with the receptionist and I seem to have built up a light rapport, I'm gonna ask them about the slums and if they've ever been.
They kind of look and say, nah, we don't really frequent that area of the town much, so not super familiar with it.
Go back to bookkeeper.
I'm gonna just peruse the second floor, specifically looking for things about, I guess, in order, the madness / slums, the church, anything about the barren wastelands, and anything about a certain circle of druids. In order of priority. I know that's a lot.
Yeah. So you're gonna be looking. Okay, wait, hold on. You need to repeat that. It is.
Yeah. So 1 is madness / slums. 2 is church. 3 is wastelands, and then 4 is druid circles.
Okay. So actor's gonna be searching for that. Are the three of you gonna be searching for anything else, or are you just gonna follow around?
I think I'm gonna see if there are any books about the illusion school of magic. Like, if there's any mention of, like, madness-inducing magic amongst those.
Okay.
So I think you clarified that the magic in the air in the slums was,
Illusion. Yeah.
like, yeah.
All right, Martin, Mithran, what's your plans?
Say Martin's really out of his depth here.
Unless it's disabled. Also, very know the fact like there's a guy going around licking books.
You know what? Martin is kind of curious. He's gonna go around looking too.
Oh Jesus.
You're also gonna go
Oh.
with books?
Yep.
I'm gonna just.
Alright.
But you don't know what's on what those books have been. What was last touched was spilled on it.
That's fine.
All right, so Martin, you gonna lick books? Mithrin, are you gonna look for anything, or are you gonna also lick books?
No, it's like gonna walk around and explore.
Okay. Okay.
Scrap's
So,
looking
let me-
for books. I'm looking for books. Martin's licking books. Perfect.
Oh, you know
Me-
Martin
me-
can't read those books. You may as well lick them.
I mean, it's yeah.
Read, right?
He's dyslexic.
Oh.
Oh, true.
Yeah. I mean, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so let me go in order real fast. Acrid,
You can leave me at the end, by the way.
Okay. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. Okay, Martin, you don't really see anything about like advanced illusion, but you see
Wait,
books on
Martin or me?
sorry, not Martin. Scrap. Scrap. You see books on like intermediate illusion spells, and I mean, there's a whole section labeled illusion, and you kind of just look at it, and you know, there's a couple books on spells. So, I don't know if you want to peruse through them, or if you know, you want to like what you
I'll
want to
look
do.
through them.
Okay.
I'll look through them.
Okay, so from reading the book, you have gained an understanding that it is highly possible that the thing affecting the slums is indeed a illusion spell, and it looks to be something that, especially if it sounds like there's a duration on it, it looks to be that basically they need a power source of some sort, and you're not entirely it doesn't specify what the power source is, but it does mention that at higher levels illusion there is a spell that can allow for something like this, and it's not just madness, it can inflict other things as well. Madness is one of the simpler ones for that spell.
Okay. It doesn't
do not-
mention like
You don't
the
have the
name
spell.
of the.
No, you don't have the name of the spell. The book simply hints that once you get to that level, you're gonna need to, or you know how authors always give like a little bit of
Like lead up.
like lead up exactly. It basically leads up to please buy the advanced illusion spell to learn, book to learn the spell.
Damn, I can't believe I've been paywalled.
Actually,
You have
I
literally
will.
been paywalled. Yeah. So, scrap. That's what you've learned. Martin, as you go around licking the books, go ahead and give me a. What will it be? What would this be?
Survival check.
Constitution.
Constitute.
Constitution saving
investigation.
throw.
Oh god.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Oh boy.
All right. So Martin, weirdly enough, you're seeing what Caesar means though. There's like
God.
you can't tell if this is like because you've ended up licking like 30 books, but you're starting to notice like some taste differences between like some books here and there. So again, you're not entirely sure what it means, but you definitely you have a feeling that maybe Caesar isn't as crazy as he seems.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah. And then Mithrin, you're sort of just flitting around, looking at books, kind of grabbing anything that catches your attention. I guess like is there
I
any
see anything shiny.
Oh. Okay, yes. If you're looking for something shiny, there is a book that catches your attention, and because it's written in like silvery letters, so it glints very nicely in the light,
Ooh.
and it catches your eye, and you sort of pull that book out and you start to read it. Um,
It's in common, right?
it's all the books here are written in common. Yeah. Well,
Okay,
as far as you can tell, they're all written in common. But
cool.
yeah, so the book that you pulled out uh, is a book that actually details a little bit about the history of the war, and it's it's kind of hard to find in the library. It's kind of tucked away in the corner, and when you were grabbing the book, you had to kind of fight out some cobwebs and some dust. But again, because the letters were shiny, it caught your eye. But you blow the dust off the book and you read it, and the book mentions that the book actually goes into the history of the island, much more in depth than you expected. And as you read the book, you learn that back during the war, the natives used an item to summon something, and that something has been lost to time. Nobody fully remembers what it is, but it did mention that they had a something to focus their power. And at the end of the war, that focus was broken, and it was scattered across, the different corners of the island. And that's kind of where the book stops talking about, the focus. Okay. So, for you, Akred, you look around. There's not really anything about the slums or the church that you can see. But in terms of the wasteland, you sort of wander over to where Mithrin is, and you kind of take a look at some of the history books. Again, there's not too much you can glean from it. The most that you can tell is that, the wastelands have been like that forever.
Right.
People are nervous about it, but but Taros was founded to literally keep an eye on the wasteland. The purpose of the city was to keep an eye on it and make sure that nothing is going on with it.
Okay.
Regarding druid circles,
Yes.
give me 1 second. I 100% forgot which druid circle. Your circle of the moon, right?
Circle of the. Where's my history? Oh my god, it's so fucking long. Circle of the land in Mende.
Circle of the land, and that I'm assuming that's what you're searching for,
Yes,
right? Is
yes.
any information about that?
Correct.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing too much you can glean from it. All it just says is that the druidic tradition is very strong in that kingdom. So basically every druidic circle can be found there.
Okay.
But there's nothing specific to, like the owner of the circles or anything.
Okay.
It is a very generic sort of overview.
Okay. Sounds good. I learned absolutely nothing. All right.
All right. So, now you guys have gathered all your information. What are y'all gonna do?
I assume we reconvene and share what we've learned.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Martin,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what you were gonna say, that what you've learned.
Okay.
Yes. Feel free to share the information how you guys would feel fit.
Well, I learned absolutely nothing. There's no. It's weird that there's no mention of the church or the madness in the slums in a library or a repository that's supposed to be kind of like the end point of all knowledge. So unless it's tucked away in a higher level, I feel as if this is much more dangerous than I expect. Oh god.
I learned a little bit about the spell that could cause madness. I did get the book tried to upsell me to get more information, but so at least what I can confirm is that it does sound like an illusion, and if illusion has been going on for this long, then there would need to be some sort of power source sustaining it, and this type of spell that can do this kind of out of madness, well, I should be worried because I think madness is probably just their lowest level of what it could do.
Okay, brilliant. So it is more dangerous than expected. The weird thing that doesn't add up, though, is that this predates the church, which would...
Do you
Yes. Go on.
do you think that there's probably something that the church existed as a smaller party or something, and then became a more religious hold once it gains more power?
I mean,
It's possible. We would have to talk to the Holy Father, but my two leading theories are either the Holy Father... Either the Holy Father made this illusion when the church was not existent, and then, as you said, established the church to kind of expand his base of power, or he found out about this illusion, knows how to stop it, but decided to perpetuate it.
I mean, I'm inclined to agree that he's probably taking advantage.
Yeah,
I don't know
was-
how the Holy Father would be alive for long, assuming he's human, which
Is
we
human?
don't know for sure. But like,
Well, he
I
looks
do
human.
agree that the timing of the church popping into existence feels suspicious.
Yes. And even though he looks human, he could not be. I'm 250, for
True.
example. I think.
Do you think he's using an illusion to make it look like he's human?
Well, no, wait, we don't actually know. No, Mist is human. We don't know. Yeah, we don't know what the Holy Father
This
is.
is that's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he's not the Holy Father.
Yeah. Mist is human. Or looks human.
Either way, the timing of the church is suspicious, though. Why now?
Yeah. And Martin, how about you? What have you found?
I've decided the Arcane Brotherhood is trustworthy.
And is there evidence to support that?
And
I licked half the books in this library.
Slowly losing the light in my eyes.
You're telling me that we've been here for about 8 hours. I've read through about 6 books, and you've licked half the books in the library.
Yes, licking books is much faster than reading. Thank you for. But I think an honest man, you know, he was willing to share with you the secrets of, of book licking. And I don't think someone who is as enlightened as that would lie to us or would be a bad person. So I think that secret message we read refers to the head of the church, namely the Holy Father, and the Arcane Brotherhood is innocent of this.
And you
I
got
think,
that from
From licking
realizing
books,
that
yes.
Caesar had a point in licking these books.
Yes. I think you know that what was the name of the guy at the tavern? I think he had the book. He wrote in here,
Leon, yeah.
yeah, telling us to beware the head, referring to the church because of the whole madness thing was there.
Yes.
And you know, I've licked the books and I've confirmed that you know there is some truth to this book licking thing.
Leon,
so-
I hope. Sorry, Martin. I hope you can use your sword as better than you can use your brain. I'm just my head is just in my hands while he's just rambling.
like several steps away from Martin, just like quietly dying inside, and then like just like stray thoughts. Like, I wonder if Caesar has ever gotten a paper clip on his tongue. Isn't
Martin's just bleeding.
That one meme of the guy with the
I just wondering, it's like,
conspiracy
is this
theory
a new way to digest information?
Martin's that one meme of the guy in the conspiracy
Yeah.
theory. Like that's his whole vibe right now. But he believes this. He's like full send. The Arcane Brotherhood is like honest, hardworking people. And he believes the Father is
Well, I think we all equally contributed to today's information gathering.
We've all learned a lot today.
Yes, we did. Oh god, I love Martin.
How will we speak to the Holy Father without them, I don't know, sacrificing us for knowing too much or asking too many questions?
Well, I would hope 4v1 we can constrain him. We would have to catch him in the act
Yeah, I think
to
first
turn like the other priests.
is to pretend we don't know that he's suspicious.
Yes,
right?
yes, definitely. I think going covert, but it's hard to go covert in the church apparently. I'm still pissed. I'm like immediately looking at Mithrin and Martin, like thinking like, what did you guys like fucking like ring the bell or some shit? We just didn't hear.
Martin is still like he's eyeing the other half of the pieces and he wants to lick them.
Oh god. Martin really left his mark on this
I'm
library.
just glaring at the owl and Martin.
We didn't check. Well, we didn't check if there were any wards up
I don't know
there.
what
We just
Mithrin's
climbed
excuse is,
and
but
flew
Martin's
upstairs.
looking at them.
No, we didn't hear you guys, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
how they figured it out, but
We tripped
Yeah, when I
something,
was
maybe.
checking.
possibly, yeah.
Maybe.
You're not immune to physical traps during that time.
Fair.
Okay, well,
All right, what if instead of going covert, what if we could just knock down the door, kill the Holy Father, and then probably
if the Holy Father's been able to
But
perpetuate
we won't
this
learn
curse
anything from that.
for 50 years, I feel like he's not
We
one to be
can
underestimated.
keep that as plan
Z.
Z.
Wait.
okay, we don't actually.
But
kill
what
him.
if Mist is the evil one? He's trying to set us up to take out the Holy Father. Therefore, he can rise into power. Isn't that what happens in all those stories? Use the
You've got-
third
you've got
party
a
member to wipe out.
That's
The-
definitely possible.
The owl's got a point, yes. I think.
I think we should just walk in and pretend we know nothing
Mhm.
about anything. And pretend like we're asking for more information from the Holy Father.
Well, Mist
And he
Mist
can-
wants us to work as contractors from the Arcane Brotherhood to help the church do stuff. So
Mhm.
I think for now we play along with Mist. Just be on our toes. We do whatever he wants us to do, gather information. If we are able to meet the Holy Father, then we talk to them, just ask what's going on. I think our attitude should be of one that can help. And then once we gain their trust, gain access to like, more niche parts of the church, then we can decide our next move.
Do you think it's worth asking the Arcane Brotherhood if they have any more tasks for us to see if we can get to the higher levels of information?
to the higher level?
I think that's always good, yeah.
Right.
I don't
Arcane
want to talk to
Brotherhood.
Caesar, though.
No, I don't. I'm gonna just like quietly push Martin towards Cesar. Hello, both looking enthusiasts.
All right. Martin is willing to go talk to Cesar.
So Caesar's kind of just standing by the receptionist. He's just kind of chatting with them. I'm guessing you guys approach him.
Yes. I guess we'll ask. How do we get access to the third floor now that we have access?
Like all the books in the library.
I'm keeping like a
I have
5 foot
licked
radius.
half the books in this library. How may I access the third floor so I can lick the books there?
I need more.
I need my next fix.
So Caesar wasn't particularly listening to you when you asked about the third level, but the moment you mentioned he licked the
Oh,
books,
Christ.
he looks up. He's like, ah. A fellow connoisseur.
Mara just gives him the nod. A fellow connoisseur.
Caesar gets very excited, and he tells you guys
See you,
that
my brother.
he says it feels good to be seen for who I am. And he beckons to you, Martin, and he tells you that the way to go from the second to the third level is that you need to complete tasks. The
I love a good task. Lay it on me. How
He's
many
like-
more books do we need to lick?
he shakes his head. He said, "Unfortunately, no amount of book licking will get you to the third floor. If I had my way, that was all that'd be necessary. But
Holy
I
shit,
do not
he'd be-
control the Brotherhood on this
Be
one."
the fucking god of the Brotherhood.
Are we just not physically able to get in? Is there like a secret way to get in?
It's it's an enchantment. I don't know if you were there actually.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think so,
yeah.
but they
I don't think I was there.
You were there.
They have like a spell that prevents people without like a specific token from
Yeah.
passing into the door to get up.
Yeah, there's like stairs
Oh.
like on the periphery of like the tower, and then it's all over the tower.
Mhm.
I tried when I was a spider.
Oh.
We
Yeah.
tried very hard.
Yep. So Caesar kind of talks to you, Martin, and says, "No. It's not a task I can give you. That was the simple, Arcane Brotherhood initiation task, right? But you need to be known in the Brotherhood. We can't. The third floor onwards has a certain books that should not be dealt with lightly, and so." In order for you to actually access that, you need to complete tasks. You need to complete contracts for the Brotherhood, and these contracts will come from outside.
Oh,
So these will be people who will request something of you, and you need to complete a certain amount. You need to have a certain percentage of completion before the next cycle of essentially the next promotion cycle.
I see. And these contracts come from other members of the Arcane Brotherhood, or can we find anyone?
It would be from anyone, and he kind of points you towards a like a wooden board.
Oh my god, it's
Oh.
a fucking.
Oh boy.
And
we have,
he said,
The notice board.
Yeah, that's weird.
We have a
Essentially.
request from the church, actually. Miss has asked for some advice. Thing that count?
he says, "Oh, he says that. See, if you have a request from people, all you have to do is get their signature, and we will accept it."
Cool. How many tasks or how many contracts do we need to get promoted?
You need to complete a minimum of 5.
Holy fuck.
Quite a bit.
How many levels are there again?
They have like
Are we allowed to do that?
Caesar kind of looks at you and says, "The highest level is obviously the master of the Arcane Brotherhood, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys will get there. There's only one person I think is truly qualified, and he nods at Martin to be the master. But from the third level onwards, it's more difficult. You need to complete tasks and requests from higher members of the Arcane Brotherhood. And the ideal situation is you become an apprentice of somebody and you work with them for many years, and then you take over their position when they pass.
nepotism.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, that aligns well with what the church wants us to do.
Mm-hmm.
I take out the book that I borrowed about plants and ask Caesar, "Did you like this?"
Caesar looks at the book and says, "Yeah, of course."
I don't need this anymore, and I return it.
He says, "Alrighty." And does the same sort of stuff. He sniffs it, gives it a lick,
Oh,
and says,
God.
"Yep, this is ours." And then he offers it to you, Martin. Says, "Do you want a lick?"
Martin also gives it a
Oh, no.
sniff, and I'll slap.
Caesar,
He's gonna give Cesar a fist bump at that point.
Yep, Caesar fist bumps you back and nods approvingly.
I'm gonna take like a really deep breath and just walk a little bit closer to Cesar and ask, is there like formal documentation we need for these contracts? Want to make
He
sure we
says-
do this right.
He looks at you and first he offers you the book to lick.
I'm gonna lean forward a little bit and like pretend to lick it.
He give me a deception check roll.
Oh, this 1 hour is gone. Where's the console?
He looks at you. Maybe he doesn't fully recognize, or he it looks like you deceived him enough. He also nods at you approvingly. He says, all you have to do is get it approved by the person who gave you this contract, and that's all we need. He says, oh nope, I forgot. He hands you a piece of paper. It has to be on this piece of paper.
Is there written anything on that piece of paper?
He's like, this piece of paper is enchanted. Basically, it can tell us if the person who signed it did it underneath, if they were threatened to do it, or if they did it willingly.
Oh.
So,
We reuse the same one?
nope, it's a one and done.
Okay. Eye a little inside and then back out.
All right. What time is it? Around this time? I feel like we spent like a good entire day in here, right?
Yep. Around this time, it's getting to about 5 or 6 p.m.
Right. Okay.
So, light has definitely faded, and it's getting darker.
Hmm.
We head back to the inn again, or is there somewhere else we can hit up?
I kind of want to go back to the roofless bar. Just to observe. So, probably gonna go back, get like a drink, stay there for like 30, 45 minutes, see if anything funny goes on. I'm not looking to like talk or ask questions or anything. Just if there's anything weird, or if Leon's there.
You're gonna go to the roofless bar. What are the three of you guys gonna do?
I feel like Martin will join along bar, but if we're going there, better to safety in numbers.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, Mrs.
I'll tag along.
Okay, so I guess we're all going.
All right. So the four of you
Is
set
the
out for the.
roofless bar actually roofless?
It is actually roofless.
It is roofless.
Oh wow.
I don't know if it has a name. I think we've just been calling it the Roofless Bar.
I think the actual name is a roofless bar. I thought.
The roofless bar is the
it?
name.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we
Yep.
we return.
Yep. So
Is Leon there?
So you guys return to the roofless bar, and as you walk in, another fight breaks out, just in front of you.
Same thing.
But,
like red eyes, whatever.
No, it looks to be just a regular old tavern brawl this time.
Okay.
Yep.
Is Leon there?
Do we still?
You look around him, you do spot Leon there. He is in the corner, kind of watching the fight, kind of laughing, and he is, drinking that ale of his.
I thought someone.
And we felt the same thing walking into the slums, right? The feeling.
The weird.
You guys
vibes.
don't feel that weird feeling this time, actually.
Oh.
Should we ask Leon about the or no?
What if we just ask him about? Did he say anything about the the Holy Father?
We're gonna agree to do that too. Obviously, he's
Not
trying to
about
warn
the
us
Holy
about
Father
things.
specifically, I think.
He just said the church. He has a positive feeling and thinks that they are a big help. That's it. Nothing
Yeah.
about Holy Father.
Are we sure that Leon was the one who wrote the message in the book, though?
We don't know.
We don't know, but I feel like he's likely.
Yeah, I
Because
would.
we also never actually met the kid that stole the book.
Yeah, we don't know who. Well, he wouldn't tell us.
Yeah.
So I feel that to not give things away, we don't ask him about who wrote it, but first just ask him what his feelings are. Because if he's like very positive towards the Holy Father, and then we ask him about, don't trust the head, then he might be like, maybe he is the Holy Father. Yeah, so I'm just gonna saunter up to Leon, just greet him politely, order some ales for us. I assume that's like 2 copper.
Yep.
Cool. And I just ask him, so we've just been walking around. It seems this madness is pretty nasty, and we're trying to look for ways to help the church. Do you know anything about the Holy Father, by any chance? He seems like a pretty strong figure in, this whole madness business.
So, Mist wasn't really paying attention not Mist. Leon wasn't really paying attention until you mentioned the Holy Father,
Mm-hmm.
and then he kind of glances at you, and asked, do you guys read the book?
We did read the book. It was just a book about magic.
Interesting, he says. And he kind of leans back in his chair and sips on his ale. The church gives me a good feeling. I don't know about the Holy Father.
Oh.
Is there... hold on. Is there a certain reason why this particular head of the church cannot be trusted?
Leon, with your emphasis on head, Leon kind of looks at you again and says, so I see that book was very enlightening. I have a feeling that there's something deeper going on. But in my position, I cannot do anything directly.
I see. Okay. Do you have any like hunches, guesses, hypotheses about why the Holy Father is a bit off?
Leon, he sips his ale and he passes something. He passes a note to you, and says, read it later.
I tuck it away. Just last question for me, at least. Has the Holy Father been here since the church started, or is he new?
The Holy Father has been here for the past 5 to 10 years, as far as I can tell.
Has the madness changed in the past 5 to 10 years? The nature of it, frequency, potency, I guess, like how it's cured, maybe.
Leon, he puts his drink down and he kind of thinks to himself and says, "I cannot answer that. I've lived in this area my entire life, so I cannot tell if it got worse or not. To me, it just seems like another day."
And I asked Leon about the people who have been going missing. If you'd heard anything about that.
When you ask about the missing people, Leon grips his ale a little bit tighter and he seems kind of mad. And he says, I have a feeling the church is responsible, but I cannot tell why.
How long has this been going on?
He looks at you and says, it's been 2 years. It's not frequent, but it keeps happening.
Is it from the same area or throughout?
He just says all over the slums. Random people go missing. Sometimes it'll be a kid at night, other times it'll be somebody's grandma. But no doubt about it, whoever goes missing does not come back.
I raise up my tankard, and here's to us finding the answer. And down it all.
Leon acknowledges and drinks to that.
Okay, so I got a note from Leon. Alright. Gonna turn to the rest of the group and say, well, I think this is a fantastic place to drink, but if it's for food, I would much rather go back to our inn.
Yeah, I'll kind of nod along, get up, start making my way out of the tavern, the roofless bar.
And then
So you guys kind of make your way back to the tavern, back to your guys' tavern, and you guys kind of settle down for the night. You guys tuck into some dinner,
yep.
and you guys are just kind of sitting there eating and drinking and kind of mulling the day over.
But before I do any of that, I'm gonna lock myself in our room or my room and read the note.
As you open the note, you realize you cannot read it.
I cannot. It's in common like words, but I don't know what it means.
No, it is not in common.
It's not in common.
It is written. It is written in a language that you're unfamiliar with. But you recognize.
Is it thief speak?
You recognize that the letters look similar to the ones in the book.
Okay. I kind of call for Mithrin. I'm guessing like they're downstairs, like eating. Mithrin,
Yeah.
can you
Yeah.
come up here for a second? I need your assistance on something.
The voice goes up because he's needed.
And again, I lock the door and show him the note.
Damn, I can't believe you locked the door with just you and a small owl in there.
Oh no!
You're a druid too. There's some weird ass shit about to happen.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Mithrin, I need your
There.
help reading this. I have a feeling it's the same language that you found in the book previously.
Okay. Like, I can read it. Can Mithrin read it, or is it not?
Yeah, Mithrin, you can read it. It is indeed in the thieves' camp.
Okay.
Whoa.
And
Oh my
Mithrin,
god.
so you relay this information to Akrid, but it says, first of all, it says praise Ogma. So
Praise Agma.
yeah, one second, let me write it down.
AGMA.
There you go.
Akma.
Oh,
There you go. That's how you spell it, right?
okay.
So it says praise Ogma, and it says, search for the mistress of the Chrysos house.
Of the what?
It's,
Oh,
What's this house?
okay.
Whatever that means.
Does it?
that's it. Oh wait, sorry. What was the question?
No, is that it, or is there more?
Yes, that's it. That's
Okay.
it.
Um, I'm gonna keep the note for now. I tuck it away, thank Mithrin, and go downstairs. Do I know any of these names?
You are give me a religion check
I would assume not Christ's house, but
for Ogma. Yeah, give me a religion check for Ogma.
why do I keep doing this to myself?
You have absolutely no goddamn idea who this dude is.
I actually need to start playing characters with high intelligence. It's like, actually, fucking hell.
You gotta play to your character sheet, man. What do you think I'm doing?
Should we ask Martin? Maybe
What?
Martin knows who Aqua
Yeah,
is.
I was just like reading it. And I was just wondering if I knew, like personally. But yeah, we should probably ask Martin,
What's my religion?
especially
Oh,
the
it's
Christos
okay.
house.
Why would Martin know? Martin's dumb.
I assume you have an. My assumption is that the Christos house is like some brothel here.
Oh, that's fair. Martin might know about that. Then.
Are you asking about Ogma or the Crisis House?
Christos house.
For Martin. Martin, you are aware of Crisis House. It is the most famous brothel in the Pleasure
Oh.
District in Terra.
Oh, Martin is very.
Oh.
Does Scrap like know about what the note says at all?
Yeah. I tell you guys like we found
Okay.
this note. And
Do I know anything about Ogma?
Give me the religion check.
What would you do? Why? I need to stop
most
interacting.
You have a +4 to religion.
famous
I know, but I never roll good on things that are important.
Ooh,
Holy shit, it's a nat 20.
that's 2 nat 20s.
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah, you got 2 nat 20. So, Scrap, you are aware that Ogma is commonly known as the Lord of Knowledge. And he is the patron deities of bards.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh god.
But he is also a god of inspiration and invention. So
Oh.
he has some relevance to you as an artificer, but
Okay.
his primary area of what people pray to him for is for knowledge, whether it's for gaining
Inspiration and
knowledge,
Inspiration and what now?
invention.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. It would be kind of related to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bards.
Martin, have you been to the Chrysos house by any chance? Or is it like
Yes.
fucking expensive shit?
Oh, so fast.
No, everyone who's anyone here has been there. It's only like the biggest, most famous one.
Okay.
You know.
What's the mistress like?
What is the mistress like?
Martin has unfortunately never met the mistress.
Okay,
Well, there we go.
fair. So you got 2 directions. One is the church. The second is the Chrysos house. It also seems. I wonder if Ogma is also like a patron of the Arcane Brotherhood, and in that case, Leon would be pretty well connected with them.
Would I know anything about like motifs for Ogma? Like, did I notice any sort of like? I know the church said they're non-denominational, but were there any motifs there that might fall to Ogma?
Nope. It was completely bare. As bare as a church could be.
Gotcha. Oh, interesting.
Alright. So, I'm gonna... is there anything else you guys want to do or discuss?
No. No, I don't think so.
Okay. So, with all the questions kind of that you had answered by the Arcane Brotherhood, by your guys' own knowledge, you guys polish off dinner, and you tuck yourselves in for the night, and that is where we will end this session.
Okay. There's so much shit to do.
I'm really out of character though. Has Cesar ever gotten a paper cut on his tongue?
Bruh, I can't.
This is very important information.
Dude, I have no idea. I made that up on the spot.
You can't make shit like that up, bro. We're gonna keep hounding on it.
You're gonna keep bringing it up.
You
You'll
can't.
never live it down.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't worry. He is now very well known for that. I've written to his character.
You're
I decided
never
to keep.
gonna see it.
I decided to just mess with Allison for a bit and just kept running with it.
Why would you do this to me?
Cause funny.
It doesn't even make sense. It's not good for the books.
But funny.
Yeah, that's just nasty, bro. What the fuck? Jesus.
Like,
I feel
Imagining
like
there's a bunch of books out
sneaky
there.
intelligence campaign, and we're all such non-intelligence characters.
See,
Yeah.
the thing is, my character's intelligence is high,
Yeah.
but my intelligence isn't.
same.
Everyone says intelligence is a dumb stat, but that's because like their worlds aren't as lore heavy. If it's lore heavy, like intelligence is so important.
my world is extremely lore heavy.
Yeah, I did forget about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, screwed.
You've got
Fun is all of us,
three idiots.
like Martin
wandering.
to be incredibly weak. So that's gonna go great.
Yay.
All right. Wait, Mark, did you stop recording or?
Oh right.